Welcome back to the workshop. If you're new here, my name is Chris and I run a small 3D printing business in my basement. Today, we're gonna go back through some updates on kind of what I'm working on, how the business has been doing, and just overall kind of catch you guys up since I've been off for the last week and a half or so. So first off, I just wanna say thanks for everybody and their concern. I've got a few messages about, hey, where have you been? Is everything okay? We had a recent addition to our family, so I've just been learning how to become a dad and the new schedule that goes along with that. So we're kind of at a point now where I'm getting back onto a regular video schedule. So expect that going forward. I'll try to keep updates in the community tab if I need to skip for some reason. That being said, business-wise, things have been slow. So I've really been using this past time and the moments I do have in between helping around the house to clean up and get ready for 2025. I've gone multiple days without sales. I did have a nice few orders come in the past couple days, so I brought those to the post office this morning. But I've been doing a lot of cleanup, going through all my electronics and things that I've been hoarding away in these storage bins that are to the point where they're just kind of overflowing. So my spring cleanup is happening now, and I am making sure that my space and the tools at easy reach are the things I actually need to make my hobbies and my business successful and this YouTube channel successful. First thing I want to talk about is Etsy ads. So I had mentioned that I was going to take a really close look this year at my Etsy ads and their performance monthly. And it's the end of the month, so I've done that, and my Etsy ads are not performing well. I think there's a combination of time of year and people not typically buying in January and February, mixed with my items not being seasonal, kind of forever thing. And then on top of that, I had some pricing updates that I made in December, which I'm now going to revert. I'll talk about those in just a second. So on Etsy ads, I've actually reduced my budget down to $1 a day, so that way I'm not entirely shutting them off, but the system can still try to serve some ads and learn a little bit about those ads and how they deliver or drive conversions, if there's any. And then I'll turn that back up when we get to a little bit busier season, hopefully in a month or two. The second thing is in December, I upped the prices from $15 to $20, but included free shipping for these and all my other charging brackets, and sales have kind of slowed down on those. I was actually making quite a few sales in January of last year at this time, so I actually reduced the price to $14.95, but customers now pay shipping. We'll see if that increases my order count going into the next months. All right, so I finally just got a new product up on my store. It's been a long time coming. You've probably seen the product in the background of my videos for a little while, but here, let me flip this around and I'll show you which one. It is this. So I call it the Soda Caddy. It is a way to stack your pop cans in the fridge or like carry them around. I like to have different types of drinks, and it's just nice and fun. Sometimes design doesn't always have to serve a extremely practical problem, but something that I've been using personally and have been good gifts as well. When it comes to what to design, I know I've had a lot of questions about where should I start in the design process and what do I model first. So if you're just getting into product design and want to learn a 3D modeling software, the modeling software itself is not what's important because there are plenty that you can choose from. But what I would say is when it comes to what you should pick to design first, I would say start with organization. Everybody, including you, have a small space that you're working in and things that you use in that space, and you can always do more organization. Organization can be as simple as a little tray that goes on a pegboard or a small bin that goes on your desk. You can get more complex and make things that hold specific tools or other functions. For my case, it's going to be generally on the pegboard. So part of this cleaning out and getting prepped for 2025 has also led me to want to dive into a broader range of types of products that could be made. And part of that is electronics. I've always been jealous of the different makers online who can take an idea that includes 3D printing and electronics and blend those two together to make a finished product for themselves and potentially release that as an open source project for everybody. So I have spent a bit of time, and I'll give you a sneak peek, and shout out to the person who noticed my Morkborg books back over here. I like to play solo RPG games, and especially now when I have the option to do it, I don't necessarily have the option to roll dice because it's quite loud and could potentially wake some people up. So I created this little guy, which I'll be doing a video on, that allows you to select and roll dice randomly. I call it the Dice Boy. I might change that a little bit, but long story short, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be doing a little bit different video this coming weekend to explore how I made this and see what you guys think of it. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. I am back on the normal YouTube schedule, and we'll update everyone if something changes on that front. I hope if you guys have any questions, you'll put that down in the comments. I'll be trying to respond to comments more frequently now so I can make sure that I'm interacting with you guys in the community. If there's any specific topics that you'd like to see me do a video on, please let me know. I know SEO is a big ask from the community right now, but I will say that one's gonna take a little bit of time because I need to learn a lot more about that, but I will do that video as soon as possible. This weekend, I do have the extra video coming with a little bit different twist, blending in some electronics. Stay tuned and stick around if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I'll see you around. Thanks.